well, it's almost too late to say happy new year, but the start of 2025 here, we're past the midway point of the first month, but a good time to take a little peek at the review of what 2024 brought us and our investors. Kind of review some of the stats, some of the highlights, things like that, and also some projections. So I don't know, Drew, if you wanted to jump in a little bit on kind of the resale side of things. What are the stats showing us from 2024?
Sure. Yeah, 2024 was a great year. Where I saw the most activity, I would say competitiveness, was actually on the resale multifamily side. And right now there's little to nothing out there. And we saw prices going up, going up, going up. And I didn't think that those prices would be able to sustain where they were headed, but we are seeing prices much higher than they were last year. And multiple offers on the multifamily side of things is kind of crazy, and people are holding out for their price, and they're ultimately getting it.
That's exciting.
On the single family side, we still got very low inventory in the city right now, which is just going to push things a little bit higher come springtime. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh, cool. Spencer, you're talking a little bit about some stats, just projection wise. They had the Realtors Association of Edmonton had their forecast event last week. What did you take away from that?
In 2024, they were predicting a 1% increase in house pricing or pricing across the board, and it came in closer to 12.5%. So for 2025, they're predicting somewhere around an 8% increase in housing house pricing in the Edmonton market. So it's going to be interesting to see where the numbers end up. But we do see an upward trajectory in the pricing, and a lot of it has to do with interest rates coming down, and an awful lot of people still moving to Edmonton, Alberta or Edmonton specifically because of the prices. You can still buy the average home in Edmonton for $475,000, where in some of these other markets it's closer to 1.3 million. So
yeah,
it's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah, and to Drew's point too, just talking about inventory levels, that'll contribute to just supply and demand economics. Is just going to see if there's less supply, that's going to drive up the demand, and it's going to put on the higher price turnaround. So no, it's some interesting statistics.
Yeah, I wanted to mention a story or share a story about the current market. I had a listing that went live just before Christmas, which is usually you tell your clients, wait, don't even think about putting a listing on the market right before Christmas time. And what do you think? It was on the market for 3 days, and we got multiple offers. It was a multiple offer situation with backup offers. Buyers were shopping, they were bidding over asking price. So, and this is just a preview. I feel like we haven't really slowed down that much because, like Drew mentioned, there is not much inventory out there, and the demand from buyers is there, and it's going to get even higher the further we go into the year.
Oh, for sure. Kev, what are you seeing, man?
I'm glad you asked. So I think you guys are our clients or people watching the podcast, you're going to hear this a lot because inventory is at a record low. I've been doing this for a very long time. January is all multiple offers as well. There's just not enough inventory. It's simple math. There's more people coming here than homes that we're building or creating. So the balance of power is, with the sellers right now. So if you're looking to buy and trying to find like a really good deal, that's one of the things we're so good at, is because we have off-market deals, you avoid the multiple offer component. It's so frustrating as a buyer to find that perfect property, and you finally find it, and then there's 12 or 15 offers on it, and the price ends up being $100,000 or $50,000 over the list price on one of these multifamily buildings. With us, you just you just pick the property, you put it on hold. We pre-negotiated it. We've got everything figured out. So when you go to sleep at night after signing that deal, you know what the numbers are. There's no guessing. The price isn't going to go up $50,000 on you. You're not competing with our other clientele. And I think that is a huge bonus. Obviously we have other things like property management allowance and all these cool bonus features in there. But I think right now this year, and like if you look at the stats, any of our investor clients that worked with us last year that listened to us, took our advice, there was a 12.5% lift when everyone else was saying 1%. We're bucking the trend here. And we told you guys that if you watched our podcasts or emails that these things were happening. We're on the ground floor. And I just really get excited. I think spring of this year is going to make things go nuclear. We're already seeing residential interest rates for buyers on promotional rates at 3.99, so under 4%. And if that gets any lower, all those buyers that were sitting on the sideline and said, I'm going to wait out these interest rates, guess what? It's time. And I think it's going to be the lack of low inventory, record high rents. I think there's going to be a lot of buyers that were renting. They get their rental renewal and it's like another $200 a month. They're going to start looking to buy. And I think because of the low inventory, we don't have enough listings there. I think prices are definitely going to be on the rise.
Yeah, no.
Another interesting thing here is that even with the higher rents, I was talking with a client this morning from Vancouver, and he was saying, I don't know if multifamily really makes sense in Edmonton. I don't know how much higher the rents can go. And I said to him, when we talked about rent increases before, I feel like it was somewhat unsustainable. But these rent increases that we've had, I don't feel that they're going to be going anywhere other than inching upwards right now. When you compare them to the rest of the country, we're still affordable with the rents that we've got. And the prices are still lower than anywhere else you're going to find other major market.
There's lots of good stats on that too, Drew, just talking about major market performance, especially just on the notion of where rents are at. And a couple of years ago when the Canadian housing market was going through some challenging times and we saw some pretty big depreciation or dips in some of the larger major markets, and Edmonton was creeping up. Edmonton is still the most affordable major market in the country. And where some of the stats from 2024, Toronto, for example, their rents fell 7.1%. Vancouver, 5.8%. Calgary was actually one that had one of the larger drops. It's down 7.2%. And Edmonton, up 2.7%. So, still being the most affordable market with the vast amount of people that are coming to our province and maybe not necessarily ready or prepared or in a position to invest or buy real estate, the rental demand is there as well. And then similar to the availability, and we're talking about inventory, supply and demand, again, with the less amount of supply or the lower amounts of supply, we're seeing the increases. And so, for us and our team and how we've been able to, I'll transition a bit more into just, how we were able to help investors last year acquire properties and acquire doors. Looking at the numbers, and our team helped investors acquire over 500 plus rental doors as a team. And when you're looking at the overall volume in real estate, that's just under $140 million. So, these, not all of them are through MLI Select financing. We do a lot on the residential side as well when it comes to the financing, but definitely seeing an influx right now of marketed projects where we're talking about, how easy it is to enter MLI Select financing. The good thing that we can speak to is the experience, the brokers and the lenders, where we've found they provided the best services for our investors as well, our clients that we work with and represent. And so, we have the numbers speak to what we're able to provide in regards to that service. So, every situation. I know personally with a lot of the investors that I helped along the way, especially in 2024, where no two stories are the same. However, the support system that we've established within our team, that the collaborative approach and that client success is truly something that we strive for with every individual investor we work with. And it's just, yeah, it's that's why it's our team is a huge asset, and we can help those investors navigate this journey. And yeah, it's exciting. Like the way things are trending, I'm really excited to see what new opportunities are marketed out there off market that we can help connect investors with the establishment of AOF Property Solutions in regards to property management. New market analysis that we're able to provide through that due diligence. This is something that we live and breathe every single day. So just, by all means, please reach out. We'd be happy to help. And yeah, it's not so much of the hand holding anymore, but like jump on our back. That's what we're here to do, and help provide that service. So
Well, and we can't tell you guys, our clients, to invest in everything and what properties and whatnot if we don't invest in ourselves. And we've invested in property management solutions now, and then also in some client success management. And we'll throw it back to you, Kellen, on maybe what we're doing differently this year that we're really excited about, and it's going to help the client throughout the process.
yeah, no, it's good. I appreciate you opening that up. Yeah, I don't want to say necessarily a new initiative per se, but just something of that collaborative support system where, because of the experiences that we've gone through over the last couple of years, not only in our experience and specialization with off market, but a lot of the new construction nuances. That's just something that our team is really stepping into that role. And I'll use the same analogy of not the hand holding and checking in, but more so jump on our back and let's do this together approach. Because it isn't easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And a lot of people have taken advantage and have had some fantastic returns. And those opportunities are still out there. But it's easy to put lipstick on it and make it look all pretty and easily attainable, when there are a lot of steps and a lot of things that our team, through our experiences, can help with. So I'm really excited about that for 2025, is really being involved throughout the whole process of the acquisition. Also through and just speaking directly to the new construction, but going through that process, being prepared through the financing as well as the closing process when it comes to property management, legal counsel. And then at that point, I feel a lot of people may look at, the quote unquote sales experience being over once money's been transferred or keys have been released. But that's when the next stage of our involvement, as well as our support system with the property management side, we've seen a lot of really good experiences this past year on the listing side too, where investors that we've helped over the last decade or handful of years that are maybe looking at the disposition phase of their asset and selling, having that vested interest right from day one of acquisition, as well as when you take possession. And we're speaking towards the warranty items, we're speaking towards just the tenancy, that experience that the tenants would have in the property. If we can help create and add more value throughout that entire process, as opposed to when it comes time to selling, some more questions about the property, how it was lived in, what warranties were taking and not even taken advantage of, but were followed. Those are things that are just going to help with that overall return. And the goal to investing in real estate is the long-term return. And so if we have a vested interest right from day one and we're collaborating on that, it's just going to, come back to you in dollars and cents as the investors for that return.
So yeah, what's your new title? Like, obviously you're going to still be selling real estate and working with clients, but I think you have a new position as well.
I'm not a title guy, Kev, but we'll call it the Director of Client Success. It's just something that we can all work together on, like I said, through all stages of acquisition, holding the asset, and then the disposition. It's just overall handling and supporting each member of our team and each investor involved throughout their investor journey.
Perfect. And like, that's the thing. We work on small, single family homes all the way to huge multifamily deals. And our goal is to make it as easy as possible.
Mhm.
You don't see the mayhem sometimes in the background because we want it to be fun, easy, and kind of digestible deal where you can make sense of it from day one to when you close on the property. So having someone like Kellen, having the resources and, our company investing in those resources to make your purchase as easy as possible and make it the funnest investment that just works. That's really what we're excited about. And it's really nice to see our company double down on that. We want you to have a great time. We think you've already been having a great time if you've been working with us, but it's going to get even better now. So we're really excited about that.
And I think one other thing to add that we're saying without saying is there's a lot of people out there that are marketing these CMHC, MLI select opportunities right now. And I feel like it's almost kind of like a gold rush effect where there's a lot of people that are marketing that have no idea what they're marketing or why they're marketing it. And it's, potentially putting a lot of people in trouble because it's not something, it's not straightforward financing. It's not simple, and you need people that understand what they're doing. You need brokers and lenders and realtors who understand the process and lawyers as well. And that's another advantage to our long-term commitment to this type of opportunity and this type of program is that we do have the last 2 years of a track record working specifically with this style of investment. So do your
even on the
research.
personal side, even on the personal side where all of us are investors, and in my portfolio with my financial partners, we'll hold specifically these projects that our team is marketing, and I know the way they work in the day-to-day from the asset management perspective and property operations, so I can chat to people about that. Just to me, I would go with the team that knows what they're doing, right? Especially if there is already a track record, then perhaps, there's lots of properties being marketed out there on Facebook groups, and I'm sort of looking at it and shaking my head a little bit. Inflated pro formas and all of that.
No, it's a good point. So we've got the track record. We're not gonna stand at the top of the mountain and scream and shout and it's
we're pretty humble over here, but the proof is in the pudding. I can't remember how many doors over 500 or whatnot. The experience, and that's with us, doing minimal marketing on this stuff. And that's because a lot of our business is referral based. Someone closes on a building, friends and family hear about it, they want in too, and then those same clients continue to buy. It becomes monopoly to them. Once you do one, you're working on the way to get another, and we're certainly happy to help you with that. And we have some really exciting opportunities coming this year. Even with the super low inventory, and builders are basically able to just sell them to anyone right now because of the demand, they're still investing in our relationship into making sure that we have offerings that are ideal for our clientele and make sense.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about 2025.
Oh, love that. Well, I don't know if there's anything else anybody's
and the Oilers are going to win the Stanley. The Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. That's my
There's
other
a
prediction.
forecast that we can all get behind.
I
There's
like that
another
one.
forecast. McDavid will not be denied, and if we win the cup, prices are going to go even higher. So
Even higher, yes.
Timestamp that one, Kev. Timestamp that. Cool. All right. Well, there's a wrap. Good review of what 2024 brought us, and looking forward to what 2025 has to bring us. So.
All right, bye guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.